This episode is slightly different. If you're listening to this as an audio file, you might be missing out on some of the art forms that you could be watching on YouTube. I have a military photographer, Tanuku, and his forms of art, which is photography, running as a slideshow as you listen to this. So if you want to check out Tanuku's extremely talented photography work, then go and check out this same episode on YouTube. So it might be worth me adding that the photography that is running in the background isn't of the best quality because it's been uploaded to a video format and it's being played on YouTube. It's not the pinnacle of Tanuku's artwork. So if you really want to go check out and see the full visual of Tanuku's artwork, then go to Nathan's Visual on Instagram, and he has some amazing stuff on there. Okay, so go there to see the full potential of his photography. You're listening to Blue Pigment Podcast. Please tell me what you think of the new intro music. This is being brought to you by a friend of mine called Ryan Libby. His DJ name is Libs. So if you like what you're hearing, go to SoundCloud and search for Libs, Libs. Blue Pigment Podcast aims to provide a platform for talented members of the armed forces, their families, veterans and reserves, so that we can highlight what characters and talents there are within the military and give these people the boost that they deserve, or that their art form deserves, so that they can be heard, be recognised, and it can all start here on Blue Pigment Podcast. This next artist that I have lined up is the guy I've just had the introduction for this episode, and that introduction is going to be used on future episodes. So this episode is actually completely different to any other episode I've done before, and it's all sort of DJ, sort of chill out music and chill out work. Ryan Libby, me and Ryan go way back from our days in the military together. He's no longer in the army. He now lives in Portugal. He works in security and also does DJ work. So if you like that introduction and you like the songs or the music that's going to come up in a moment, go to SoundCloud and look for Libs, Libs. Libs? Yeah, I spelled that right. It's a pretty easy word. Anyway, let's have the first song from Ryan Libby. This track is called Echo and the Bunnyman, Killing Moon.
Up in your arms, too late to beg you or cancel it, though I know it must be the killing time, the killing time. Unwillingly mine. The killing time. The killing time.
Thank you very much for that, Ryan. That was fantastic. Not the usual sound that we have on Blue Pigment, but here at Blue Pigment we're open to all forms of art, and that was definitely different for me. It's not something I usually listen to, but I actually really liked it, so I'm probably going to check out some more of your tunes later on today. So this is going to be a short episode, back to my roots, I guess, a 10-minute sort of timeline. I don't plan on them all being 10 minutes, maybe 20 minutes is probably about right. But I've had, actually, you've only heard one guest, but I've had another guest running in the background, which is Tanuku. So if you want to check out, if you've been looking on YouTube and you've been watching on YouTube, you would have seen a reel of Tanuku's photography. So if you want to go and find Tanuku and find some more of his work, the best place to look for him is at Nathan's Visual. So that's mainly on Instagram, so Nathan's Visual. And on there you see lots of Tanuku's work, and it's really cool. Some great photography, and I'm sure that if you messaged him you'd be able to get printouts of some of his artwork. I'm not sure about this one, but you might also be able to book him so that he can be your photographer at your event. That's all we've got time for today. I hope you've enjoyed this episode, and remember to check out Libs and Tanuku's websites and Instagram pages. I look forward to seeing you all again soon. This is Blue Pigment, a podcast for talented people to launch their forms of art. If you have an art form that you would like to display, please visit bluepigment.co.uk. There is a section on the website for you to write to me. But if you're not going to go on there, you could look me up on any messenger, on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram or YouTube. Further to that, you can email me at bluepigmentpodcast blupigment@outlook.com. If you don't have a talent and you're just here to observe and enjoy the art forms, then please like, share and subscribe so that everybody can get to listen to some of these amazing artists. There are many ways for you to enjoy Blue Pigment. You can go on YouTube, Google Podcast, iPodcast, Spotify, SoundCloud, Patreon.com, BuzzFeed and many other podcast providers. If you're feeling generous and you want to support the podcast, go to patreon.com and search for Blue Pigment. Become a patron and you could be entitled to lots of benefits. So far we've had poetry, music, singing, comedy, and I'm sure I'm going to discover a lot more artists and a lot of different forms of talent. Please stay tuned to Blue Pigment Podcast and like, share and subscribe. My name is Ash Stafford and this is Blue Pigment. The opinions expressed on this podcast are solely of my own or the guests and do not express the views or opinions of anyone else or Ministry of Defence.